Hey, just wanted to just make a really super quick video, sort of talking about slash reviewing a show that I watched recently on Netflix, which was Altered Carbon. So I was excited for this show basically as soon as I saw the trailer, like as soon as I heard that Netflix was gonna be releasing their first like official like sci-fi series. I even wrote the release date for it, like what day it was, in my planner so I wouldn't forget to watch it, which was, it came out February 2nd, which is a Friday, Groundhog Day. Apparently it came out at like 3 in the morning or something. I didn't watch it then, but I watched it just basically like throughout the whole first week that it was on. So I finished it like last Sunday, I think. That was about a week ago, last Sunday night. So that was the 11th, I think. So it took me about a week to finish it, I think. A little more. 7, because it was 11 minus the day I started watching it, which was 4. Yeah, it sounds about right. Yeah. So I think I started watching it on like February 3rd and finished February 11th, I want to say. But I'm just looking at the date on the computer here. Yeah. So the show is based on a book from 2002, I think, which was written by an author named Richard K. Morgan, and it's part of a trilogy. I did try to find the book like online and at the library, but of course I couldn't find it because every available copy is taken, because like literally everyone else had the same idea as me. So yeah, I would have liked to have read the books. I'd still like to read them. I don't know when that'll happen, but I don't know if there's going to be a second season yet, but if there is, it won't be for another year, to like next February or later, I expect. So, you know, there's some time to like educate myself on it. But anyway, so basically the book is sort of like what's called hard-boiled kind of detective story. So it follows this guy who, it's really complicated, but basically he's like actually from 250 years before the story begins. And he's actually a Japanese man, and who was like a warrior. He was part of like a group of highly skilled individuals, skilled in fighting and shooting and everything, called envoys. So he's like part Japanese and part, well, in the book I think he's Hungarian. In the show he's like, I think they said Slavic. So his name is Takeshi Kovacs, which is kind of a weird name. but kind of cool. But so basically, they go kind of like throughout the series, they go back and forth between flashbacks of him now versus him in his past life, which is like filling in the spaces. But he wakes up in this world where like everyone lives in these, they call all the bodies like sleeves. They don't just call them bodies, they're sleeves, because basically they've figured out technology so that you can have your consciousness uploaded into a little disc thingy that like gets inserted into the back of your neck. And so as long as you don't get like shot through here or just like die from a blow to a head, then hypothetically you could live forever, because your sleeve, your stack, which is a little disc, could just keep getting put in different sleeves, so you would never actually die, like your memories and everything, your consciousness. But so yeah, he wakes up and it's 250 years after he originally was living, but he gets hired because he's an envoy and because he like, they're known for being good at like problem solving and observing things and like detective-y type skills, you know. They're like really smart and good in the field. But so he gets hired by this rich guy to solve the rich guy's murder, basically, because like the richer you are, it's really complicated, but you can afford to like have new sleeves and stuff the richer you are. But so this rich guy, he has this room in his house where there's like blood splattered on the walls, and he is like, I was backed up right before I died, but I don't remember what happened or who killed me, but someone killed me and you have to figure out who. So that's basically the whole premise of the show, is that this guy is just like plopped into this whole new environment from what he's used to, and he has to like figure out what happened to this rich guy who's like kind of a jerk, actually a huge jerk, and also his wife like keeps hitting on Takeshi, which is weird. But yeah, so it was a really interesting show. It's only 10 episodes long, which is what they do these days a lot of the time. The first season of a show tends to be only 10 episodes. But yeah, so I don't think they've said if they're going to make another season or not yet, but if they do, then hopefully there'll be more than 10 episodes. But yeah, it was really interesting. I'm pretty much into like weird like sci-fi stuff like that, but I would recommend it to anybody, even if you're not really into that kind of thing. But yeah, it was just it was like really serious, but it had some humorous aspects as well, and just the whole world was really interesting, and the effects were really cool. Fight scenes were really good. The guy that plays the main star is I don't know how to say his name, but it's Joel Kinnaman from Suicide Squad, which I actually enjoyed Suicide Squad, even though it is kind of a terrible movie, but that's okay. But yeah, so I would definitely recommend it. And actually, I'm kind of like, I don't know, it was just one of those things where it's like, as soon as it's over, you're like just sad. Like, part of me kind of wishes that I had, like tried to just watch one episode a week or something and like just pretend that it was a show on TV versus a show on Netflix, because that is a different experience of like coming back every week at the same time to watch something versus like just binging it, as they say. But it is a good show to binge because it's so interesting and exciting, and like every time a new episode ends, you just want to watch another one. The person who created the show, I don't know how to say their name. It's like Leota Kalogridis or something like that. But I think it's a woman. I'm not sure though. But they wrote the scripts for Shutter Island and Terminator Genisys and Alita Battle Angel, which I think looks really cool. I'm hopefully going to go see that with my brother. I don't think he really wants to see it, but I'm gonna make him go with me anyway. Yeah, but it's just a really cool, like, interesting, weird sci-fi series. I don't want to give away too much about it, except that, like, it's definitely, like, for adults, because there's a lot of swearing and a lot of nudity, mostly topless women. There's some full frontal male nudity as well, but not a lot. It's mostly nude women, because there are a lot of like hookers and that kind of thing in there. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It was, I mean, at times I found it to be just a little bit hard to follow, but that's just me. Just 'cause I like sci-fi, but I don't know a ton about science. Not really any more than the average person. But the good thing is that it moves pretty quickly, so it's like, even if part of it is like hard to understand, it'll just keep moving, and then you'll figure out what it is they're talking about. Yeah, it's just really entertaining in general. And just like really crazy. Just some crazy stuff happens. That's all I'll say. And it's pretty violent also, so yeah. Don't show it like to your young kids or anything, because it's not suitable for children. But it's really good. Yeah, that's all I'll say about it. Just, you should go watch it, because I liked it. I kind of want to watch it again, like 100 more times. If they say that they're gonna have another season, then I'll definitely have to watch it again at least one more time, but like closer to the release date of the new season. Well, I don't really know how they're going to have a new season, because that ending was, well, I don't want to give anything away. I don't want to get into like a lot of plot stuff. Just Go watch it, cause it's cool. Okay, bye.